what about your father here? I do want to ask you questions about that. Now, when it comes to this tattoo of yours,
Mhm.
how soon do you get that tattoo after his passing?
I got it right back when I came back from his funeral. I came back to Houston and I got it.
And before he passed, did you at least let him know that you wanted to get that same tattoo as him, or is that something that you just said to yourself that you were going to do?
I just seen it in the hospital. Like when I was in there, when I was in the hospital and I seen him on the bed, kind of just look, looking at him and I started checking out his tattoos. I'm like, damn, that's where I get the shit from. Like, he got tattoos all over his body. My pops got jailhouse tattoos. Like my pops went to jail for a whole lot of shit. So I'm just checking out his tattoos. I'm like, he got his name, which his name is my name. So I'm like, shit, let me go ahead and get that bitch tatted. Like that's the way how I express my feelings. Tattoos. I like just to get that shit tatted on me. Like, you feel me?
And what's been the reaction from your mom to that tattoo, other immediate family members to you getting the same tattoo as him?
Oh, they fucked with it. I made a little group call, called everybody, showed them my shit. They was like, this shit tough.
So even when it comes to your mom, you surprise her with it? She had no idea you were gonna do that, and you just show up and
Oh, my mom like cared, but like my mom, and my pops wasn't together. They ain't been together since I was little.
but just still curious, what she thought.
Yeah, she liked it, but like she wasn't just like surprised. You feel me? And she know how often I get tattoos.
Now, when it comes to your father here, I wanna ask you, some further questions about him.
Mhm.
You mentioned, a hospital setting here.
Right.
Uh, did you actually see him pass?
No, I had left the hospital a little bit before, like right, like a little bit, yeah, a little bit before, right before. It's like the time they said he passed and the time I left, it probably was like an hour or two. He passed right after. I was at my granny house when I got the call.
Now, was the passing unexpected, or it was expected, you just didn't know it was gonna happen at the time and date it took place?
I feel like it 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 was expected and it wasn't expected. Like I didn't want to believe it, but it was a possibility that he could have shook back. But that shit ain't really, you feel me? Shit ain't really go that way.
Got it. And, asking because circumstances could be different for everyone, sometimes people are on a breathing machine, they're unconscious, they're in a coma, and, it's left up to the family to decide, do we keep the machine going? Do we stop the machine? And, then people know a certain
Mhm.
time and date when that's gonna happen if that decision is made. So didn't know if
Mhm.
that was the case with you, but sounds like it wasn't.
Mhm.
Um, there was a chance for him to shake back, and unfortunately, he did not
Right.
in that instance. But when it comes to your father, what was he really like?
He was like, he was like, um, he was like the other side of me people don't really see. Like he was like me without my what do I call it? Like I don't know how to explain it, but my pops was like he was a goofy person. He was goofy. Plus he was like my pops was in the streets. Like, he was in the streets a lot. That's why he would like I ain't gonna say that's the whole reason why he wasn't there when I was younger, but he was in and out of jail and shit. But yeah, he was in the streets tough. But yeah,
What was the longest stretch of time he ended up doing while you were growing up?
I can't remember. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. Like I was so young, I don't. I just know when when a nigga ask you about him, ask my mom about him. I just know what she'll say. Like you feel me, he in jail. You feel me? I'm a young nigga. I want to go see my pops. I know my pops gonna give me what I want. As in, I ain't like nothing expensive. Like my pops never like had it like that either though. So I ain't really want shit expensive from him. You feel me?
Now, you did mention that he ends up passing maybe an hour or so after you had last been in the hospital.
Right.
But prior to you leaving, did you get a chance to say what you needed to him and things of that nature up until that point?
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna do it. And somebody told me, he was like, "You want to say bye?" Like, I'm not saying bye because it's not my last time seeing him. But then while I'm walking out the door, I break down crying. I turn around. I don't know, I had a feeling like, especially after that person told me what they told me, like, you want to tell them bye? I ain't gonna lie, I kind of got like mad, like, why is you telling me tell my pops bye? Like, he finna die, like, he not finna, like, he not going, nigga. Like, he gonna be good, you know? I wanted to have that mentality, but like deep inside, nigga, I knew, like, bro, this shit not gonna work out like it's supposed to, like I wanted it to. You feel me? So I went back in there. And I told him bye. I told him bye. Walked up out of there, but I broke down crying the whole time I walked up out of there. Drove away from the hospital. I'm looking at the hospital. I'm like, damn, nigga in there by himself, cause nobody was in that bitch when I was in there.
And why'd you end up leaving?
Cause we was up there for like 4 or 5 hours. Like we was up there for a minute. We was the only ones up there, and I wanted to stop by my granny house, cause I don't go home a lot. I don't go back. I don't go back a lot. I be in Houston, like working, like, you feel me? So I just wanted to see my family, and I ended up being in a brighter mood like that night. It was crazy. I ended up being in a brighter, laughing at my granny house, eating. My granny didn't cook. You feel me? We eating the old food and all. We don't care. It's my granny. You feel me? And get a call. Everybody get quiet. You know why everybody quiet? Everybody know what my granny said on that phone. So I mean, my mom said on that phone. It was just after that shit. We went back up there, and after we went back up there, he didn't even look like he just looked. It's like, what the fuck?
And do you have some sort of, and not blaming you here for this, but is there some sort of guilt that you harbor or some sort of regret or whatever the phrase is there because you weren't there that hour he ends up passing or
Nah, I'm more so hold the guilt of being mad at my pops right before he died. I wasn't answering his calls. I wasn't I wasn't doing none of that because something had happened, and you feel me? It was some dumb shit though. Like it was some dumb ass shit.
now to switch things up here. Do you have a favorite memory of him you'd like to share with the audience today?
It was crazy. I think my favorite memory of him was it wasn't an in real life memory of him, but it was over the phone. Right before that last phone call we had, he cleared his chest and I cleared mine. It was kind of like we knew, like it wasn't like we knew it was gonna go on, but it was just weird how it all happened. How we cleared our chest about things that we felt about in the past, and I'm telling him how I be feeling. He agreeing with me because it's my pops. Like, you feel me? But we ain't like that was the closest we ever been. Like me growing up, my pops he wasn't there, but he like as I started growing up, I started getting little calls from this that this that. So that was the closest we was until, you feel me? That's what hurt even more.
Now, you are doing music. Did he ever do music himself?
Yeah, yeah, he did. He thought he could rap. That shit was ass though.
Did you two ever collaborate before he ends up passing?
Nah, I didn't do music then. But he was bragging about that one song I made, my first song.
So he was able to at least see some of the music
Mm-hmm.
from you before he ends up passing. Was there a thought, was there ever talk about you two collaborating at one point?
Mm-mm. He didn't take music that serious. wasn't that serious. He used to play around like I do with music, like on some bullshit.
Do you want to share what his stage name was?
Uh, he ain't had no stage name. He had a street name though. He ain't had no stage name.
And musically speaking, have you expressed your thoughts on your father or about your father or his passing, things of that nature, musically at all yet?
Um,
Have you created a song about him or a project about him or so on and so forth?
um, I had I had one in the chamber, but it's not a song all about him. It was just me speaking on him passing.
And will that song see the light of day at some point?
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna. I'm shooting a music video when I get back to Houston.
And for those in the audience, do you want to share the title of that song, if there is a title, so they can look out for it by the time the interview is out?
Um, they gonna see it.
Okay.
They gonna for sure see that.
Now, what's the best advice you received from your father, or most important thing you learned being around him, if
Um,
anything?
don't move out of emotion, cause like he moved out of emotion a lot. That's why he was in and out of jail. And I be having them thoughts of moving out of emotion, and I go to jail if I would play that role. You feel me?
And for clarification, was that advice you were given or something you learned being around him?
That was advice.
Now, not a trick question here, but may sound similar. What did his passing teach you, if anything? What
Life,
did you learn from that?
life too short.
Now, anything else here you want to mention about your father or a question you weren't asked? People want to know just about him.
Um, our daddy was a gangster, man. It was, you feel me? That was really sums up everything about him. He was a gangster. He was just, feel me? He was that. And after the like in the funeral and stuff, I learned more stories about him than I knew. You feel me? But that's why I be playing a role of I leave everything gangster alone. Like you will never see me gang banging. You will never see me do this, do that. But yeah, people back home know where I come from though. You know?